Hello there, Petals. How are you? Good, I hope. Um, I decided to let me turn down the music. It's kind of loud in my ears. Is it loud for you? Oh, let me switch that to live chat instead of top chat. I'm gonna turn this down a little more. Forgive the audio. My regular mic's cable is shot, so we're using my headset mic, and it's a bit louder than my regular mic. So if it's too loud, let me know and I'll turn it down more. If I'm too quiet, let me know and I'll turn it up. I'm gonna get rid of this dock because, yeah, that's better. So, hi. I wanted to stop and chat with you guys for a little while, see how you're doing. I left it at a normal latency so we have captions, and I'll try to speak as clearly as possible so that they don't get all funky. But I can't make any guarantees. They are auto-generated captions. Welcome in. It is currently 2 a.m. for me, and I can't sleep, so we're streaming. So I guess you're probably wondering where I've been and why nothing I planned for October came through. Well, at the beginning of October, I found out my dad has terminal cancer, and it took me all of October to come to terms with that, because I love my dad, even though he ghosted me for like 10 years. But, oh. So I've been dealing with that. And it's been rough. VTuber wiggle. I've got some plans that I'd like to have happen. There's a game called Sorry We're Closed. It's just a demo right now, but I want to play it for you all. I don't know if my computer can handle streaming it, but it'll be recorded and uploaded sometime soon. It's a survival horror game, so be prepared for spooks. Oh, Fuck. Sorry. Spooky and spook were used as derogatory terms against Black people. And I've been trying to remove it from my vocabulary, but I see it's not as easy as I had hoped. So I apologize for that. But it's a survival horror game, so it's scary, eerie, and altogether looks really good. Isn't this background music nice? You can just sort of jam out to it. I have a link to the YouTube video for the background track on the description down below. It's the last thing in my credit section, and it should link directly to the song on their YouTube channel. So you guys can go ahead and subscribe to Track Tribe and see what other music they have available. I found it through the YouTube Music Library. So it was a nice, rocky, loopable song that I thought was pretty good. So I did a scavenger hunt recently. We came in second out of 4 teams. So I think that's pretty good. It was full of shenanigans and I had to write a fanfic for Jessie and Mystique, but keep it PG. And that's Jessie from Toy Story and Mystique from X-Men. I had to write a story with the both of them in it. And then I made a doll. I customized a doll. It was an Ariel doll. And I managed to salvage the hair. It came out really cute for what my vision is these days. I'm a little out of practice with traditional media, so the eyes came out really creepy. But I think it's cute. I happen to like creepy things, so there. Do, 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 do. Okay. Sorry, I was fussing with my drink because it's one of those drinks you shake up. So I'm gonna shake it. I'll be right back. There we go. I should have done that before stream, but I didn't think of it. I grabbed water, but I didn't mix it, so. Ah, there is one thing I'd like to talk about really quick. It's kind of a mood killer, but it's important. So, in this house, we say Free Palestine. And we call for a ceasefire now, at the bare minimum. And we shout, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. So, if that wasn't clear enough, I'm pro-Palestine, and Israel is an apartheid, occupying state that has no rights to the land it's on. So, that's my stance. I think so hard about the things I say before I say them, trying to make sure that I'm not going to make myself look like an idiot. But I end up just not saying anything. The struggle is real. I'm working on getting better about socializing. This is socializing for me. I kind of don't get out much. I'm disabled, so I don't really have money, so I don't really go out. Friends can convince me to go out and hang out with them. I can be persuaded to go and hang out, though after my seizure diagnosis, I'm hesitant about anything with overly flashy lights. I don't want to have a seizure. It's not that I'm photosensitive, or light sensitive. The flickering lights don't specifically set off seizures in me, according to a 45-minute test they ran. But it's more of I'm susceptible to seizures, which means I'm more vulnerable to the flickering lights, even if it's not photosensitive. Which is making playing video games a pain in the ass. There's so many games I'd like to play. Like Evil Within was free, but I booted it up and it had a seizure warning right there on the very opening screen. I was disappointed that there was no seizure warning in the listing. That would be nice if they started doing that. Dear game companies, please start putting your warnings in the description on the site where you're selling the game. Like, if there's a seizure warning, I don't want to buy it because I can't play it. And it's just taking up space on my computer. I'll delete it later. But yeah, finding games to play has been really hard since my seizure diagnosis. That was my cup. Tonight I am drinking Celsius. It's the kind you get from Walgreens. Kiwi, guava, and lime. It's pretty damn good. Not as good as Dubby, though. I'm sad that I don't have the money for Dubby right now. They recently did a Black Friday flavor called Pom Blom, which is pomegranate and blossoms, which I believe are cherry blossoms. At least the packaging would lead you to believe they're cherry blossom flavors. So I really want to try that, but there's only one pallet of it and I just don't have the money. The worst case scenario is that I actually get a tub and it's good and it's a limited flavor. That would be the worst case scenario. My luck, I'm gonna fall in love with something that's limited edition and I'll be sad when it's gone. I was like that with my doll collections too. I still have what, 5, 6. I still have 7 dolls from when I was a doll collector. I don't actively. Oh, wait, 8 dolls. I forgot about one. But yeah, I have 8 BJDs, and they sit in my closet on the shelf in the closet because that's the least likely to get sun. Because resin will yellow over time, so it's best to keep them out of direct sunlight. I also have black curtains on my windows, so there's not much sunlight that gets in. This is why I take vitamin D. You gotta make up for the things you do in order to keep your body healthy. And since I am a shut-in who doesn't eat very well, I take vitamin D and multivitamin, and my energy drinks all have extra vitamins in them. And I eat one good meal a day. Everything else is just like bowl of cottage cheese here or a bowl of cereal there. You know, just light stuff. I already explained that I'm using my headset mic, right? Because the cable on my microphone is busted. Don't mind me, I'm just medicating. It's legal here in Arizona, so um, according to YouTube's rules, it's fine if I talk about using it. And it's been. Oh, let me fix that. Okay. It's been about half an hour. So it's well within the time limit of waiting for the first few minutes to pass before saying off the pocket shit. Off the wall, out of pocket. It just combined in my head to off the pocket. It happens. I'm not very good at sayings. I'm a doll after all. So. Well, I'm a doll now. But I've already gone over how that happened, right? Yeah. I explained how I made a deal with the Fae and promised my birth name, but delivered a dead name. And that really pissed the Fae off. and he turned me into a doll. He had a whole collection. Um, I don't know how, but I eventually learned how to move again and escaped. So I got back to the human world and I've basically been adopted by some friends and I'm currently filing for disability for unrelated to doll reasons. uh, I I've learned the error of the deal was representing a dead name as a birth name because apparently they have wildly different powers. And the fate was very not happy with me. I have been experimenting with magic to try and get turned back into a human. That's what happened to my chest and my face. I was experimenting with something and it literally blew up in my face. And I had to piece myself back together. And I figured I'd do it kintsugi style since I think kintsugi is pretty. Um, one of the upsides of being a doll is you you can survive things like that. I can also disassemble myself and survive being disassembled and put back together. Uh, I'm I'm held together with elastic string and S hooks. My chest is bouncy because of magic, that's why. Magic and aesthetics. Do the VTuber wiggle. So I'm really looking forward to doing more content for you all. Um, if you follow me on Twitter, it's a sea of pro-Palestine posts. So I can understand how the live post got buried, I have been retweeting news and stuff. So, um, this is just such a jam. Maybe I should pick up different background music. This one's a little distracting. Next time. I've missed making content. I actually tried to record almost every day that I've been gone, but nothing felt good enough. And I decided to say fuck it and just go live. Because mistakes matter less during a live, I guess? I don't know. It just I felt like ripping off the band-aid and just coming back to content. Um, yeah, ripping off the band-aid is a pretty good analogy for that. just dancing in my chair. One of these days, I'm gonna get full body mocap, and you will be able to see my ridiculous shuffle that I do. I'm not a very good dancer, but brain, come on, Don. Brain is dead. There I go thinking about things too much. We should have a counter of how many times I stopped and thought about things. For so long, it was just an awkward silence, dancing to the background music. It's hard to know how much is safe to say. Um, I want to let you guys in and uh, be more open with you about things like my mental health and uh, my experience being non-binary and so forth. Um, I think it could be fun to talk about all that stuff, but I also worry that um, they'll be saying too much, like that you guys don't want to know all that information. Um, it's something I keep debating with myself about. I've recorded several videos where I talk about my mental health and the fact that I'm schizophrenic and how that affects me. I haven't uploaded any of them. I've deleted them, in fact. Uh, they're in my recycle bin. I couldn't get through the entire video. Um, what I usually do for TikToks and um, Twitter videos is I set up with this background, just like this, and I record it all in one take, and I keep trying until I get it right. And I realize that's probably part of my problem. Uh, and I want to be more genuine, less scripted. So that's what we're doing. Oh, I feel like I need to clarify that I am in treatment and on medication for the schizophrenia. So I don't really hallucinate that often anymore. But the one thing that medicine doesn't help with is the paranoia. And the weird worst case scenario plays out in my head before I can do anything else. That's really discombobulating. Because I'll be just like chilling in a chair, and then somebody will say something, and it'll spark an image in my brain. And then that image in my brain will be like, how can I make this the worst possible image? And then the image will twist into the worst possible image I could imagine. And I've learned how to keep my face calm when I'm internally freaking out. And I've learned to just keep my calm in those scenarios. Because they will pass. They always pass. I just have to wait it out. And it's best to wait these things out in... I've only ever waited things out in an isolated manner, so it would be unfair for me to say that's the best way to do it. I've never tried it during the day. There we go again. One of these days, I'll get comfortable being in front of the camera and just talking. I worry that I'll say something offensive because I grew up in Kansas and I have had to unlearn so much racist shit. Like, I never really understood that half of this shit was racist until I started doing research into what the origin of things is. And a lot of times the origins of words are really racist. So I'm trying to learn how to adjust my vocabulary to remove those words. I'm not perfect at it yet. But But yeah, I'm trying and I'm doing my best. That's all I can do. And I don't expect anybody to be perfect at everything. That's just asking way too much of somebody. Being okay at a lot of stuff is fine. Or being really good at one specific thing is totally fine. Or feeling like you're not good at anything is pretty common. And, well, I struggle with it myself. One of these days I'll have full body tracking for you. Until then, we have Vinyan's pendulum chains and arm sway and live 2D body movement node graph. I really like VDN for what I do. Oh, did I connect YouTube? YouTube is connected. So, oh, what were the commands again? Oh, it's not gonna show up. Pardon me. I have commands. And if you would like me to stop and take a drink or hydrate, press exclamation point H2O. See? And now I take a drink. My favorite. That's CK. That was absurdly loud. Ow. But that is exclamation point quack. Ah, another good one. Exclamation point yeet. Yeets me. I got yeeted into the sun. Don't worry, I'll respawn in a second. There we go. Then there's exclamation point gross. Which is a slime redeem. When I think it's going to get a lot of use. And capitalization is not important on any of these commands. It will be accepted even if you don't capitalize the parts that are capital, as is evident by the head pat. I have one more command, but it's for mods only. But I can't use it in the stream because I didn't mark that there would be sponsored content. Because I have a sponsorship through Chubby Energy and a code. But I didn't mark the button that says sponsored content. So I'm going to show you what I did anyway, and it'll only last like 6,000 milliseconds. So my sponsor is Chubby Energy. I actually really enjoy their flavors. Dub Sludge is my favorite. Come on. Is that not the code? I guess it didn't work. Oh well. Another time. I'll fix it. before the next stream. But those are all of my those are all my commands. And you can use them at any point just by typing the command in chat. YouTube doesn't have channel points, so it's all free. Background music is so distracting. And what's that? And what's that? And what's that? I think there's fire alpaca. I feel bad for being so quiet in between subjects. Like I'm thinking of things to say, and because I'm thinking, I'm not talking. And that creates the awkward silences. I hope the dancing is enough to entertain you. For me, there we go. I sat back in my chair and had to adjust the tracking. But that's better. But yeah. It's like there is a block and I'm afraid to talk about certain subjects. One, because I think you won't be interested. And two, because deeply personal. Like, part of me wants to talk about memories with my dad, but I'm afraid if I get too specific, I'll dox myself. Hmm. I think I'm gonna turn it up just a smidge. Do, 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 do. I get sidetracked down a train of thought and it just never comes out of my mouth. Like I've said, I'm a little bit afraid of what'll happen if I speak my truth. girlfriend. How are you? I was lost in thought. It's been happening. Um I'm glad to have backup. I'm glad you dropped by. I'm I'm ripping off the band-aid and making content again. Yeah, it does beat getting lost in New Jersey. I keep getting distracted by my background music and just dancing. Oh, I appreciate that. I really do. Um, a couple of people at Scav mentioned that they like my content too. And um I wanted to get back into it because they said it helps them. Oh yes, I will keep dancing. Come on, brain. Bitch. This is really distracting music. I'm gonna have to change the background music to something less distracting. Um, not exactly exciting, but new is I am I'm at the appeal phase of my disability claim. Waiting on news from my lawyer about when the hearing will be, but it'll be a digital hearing through Zoom. So I just have to look nice, and that makes it a lot easier than having to travel to the courthouse. I'm excited for a decision. If I'm excited for a decision. I'm terrified that it won't go my way, but yeah, I applied for disability, and I am in the appeal phase. So they're reviewing all of my medical records and stuff, and they'll give me a decision after a hearing. We haven't gotten to the hearing part yet, but the decision's going to determine what I do as far as money goes. If I succeed in my disability case, I won't have to worry because I'll have my disability income. But if I lose, I have to go back to working part-time. And that's really stressful for me. I'm disabled. I have schizophrenia, PTSD, bipolar type 2, and scoliosis, asthma. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. And I'm trying to do my best so that I can keep treatment. And yeah. I mean, I've thought about it, but I think I might have trouble getting bail if I get caught. I am thinking if the decision is not made in my favor of monetizing my content, like a Patreon or something, and doing more live streams and more videos. I haven't monetized my content yet, mostly because I don't have the views on YouTube to do that. I'm an affiliate on Twitch, but the Twitch environment is so, how do I put it? So grindy. It's so grindy that I can't keep up. Yeah, both platforms are pretty saturated. Yeah, TikTok too. I recently saw that Twitch is allowing multi-streaming now. So I've thought about streaming on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Since it's allowed now. But I can't get over my fear of streaming on Twitch. Otherwise, as far as part-time gigs, if I lose, I was thinking about maybe working at a dispensary. Yes, two platforms at the same time. Um, they say you can't combine chat because Twitch is supposed to be the main platform, but you're also not supposed to have karaoke streams, but people do it all the time. Yeah, it could get pretty peoply. Yeah. Um, I figure for part-time it wouldn't be that bad. Oh, what's your thought? I'd love to hear it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm all ears. True. Um, this was like this. Hmm. Oh, I think I get what you're going for, but I'll wait for you to finish. Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention. Ah, okay. That's what dispo means. Virtual bud tender. I have thought about this. Okay. So, true talk. I have thought about making my content more focused on that side of my existence, since it is such a big part of my existence. There's some YouTube channels already existing that do it with face cam, and they review weed and stuff. And since it's legal in Arizona, it should be fine. So I've thought about it really hard. And I've also thought about doing like maybe late night, early morning wake and bakes. Oh, I threw the box away already. Like my latest, I usually get what's on sale. So I'm always trying something new. And the latest thing I got is this new Select disposable. It's 2 grams. And I used a bunch of my points at this dispensary to make it in my budget. But I've racked up a ton of points at the dispensary. And it's the cutest little disposable I've ever seen. It's about the size of a pencil eraser, not a pencil eraser, but like an art eraser. It's about the same size. Other Weedly Consulting. Yes! I love it. Let me fix, because I'm reading chat and it's making me look down. And I just noticed that. There we go. But yeah, like they're the size of an eraser. And they're pretty good. I got 2 of them, and it took me a week to get through one. Oh, during Pride Month? I don't think I told anybody, but it was really cute. There was a brand that was on sale at the end of July. Yeah, yeah. The brick. It doesn't get clogged in nearly as bad as some of the cartridges I've used, though. Like, I can't smoke flower, because housemate is not pleased with the smell of flour, so it's all cartridges and vapes because they don't smell the way flour does. But I've had some cartridges that I'll get halfway through the cartridge. Doesn't matter how big the cartridge is, it could be a gram or it could be a half gram, and they will get clogged up. I do love glassware though. Like, I have a pipe, I don't use it, but I have a narwhal pipe. It's so cute. It's blue and pink with spots, and it's just adorable. One of these days, I'll be able to use it again. I just love the skill that goes into the glasswork of pipes and bongs. I had one pipe that I wish I had brought with me from Kansas, but it was like a Tim Burton-esque, stripy, blue and black. Yeah. Oh no, the heating element died? Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry, dude. There's like no fix for that. I wonder. Because there are some vaporizers you can get that are refillable. I've owned one, and I wonder if it's possible to open up the cartridge very delicately and get the payload out of the cartridge and put it into a refillable vaporizer. It would have to be at the same temperature and voltage as the pen, but I know there are 310. Wow, I'm looking up at the ceiling. I know there are 310 thread refillable cartridges. Yeah. I dislike the idea of it going to waste. So when my cartridges get clogged, every time I just Google again how to unclog it, and half the time it's just me sucking as hard as I can to clear this clear the clog. I've been keeping up with my inhalers. My my breath game is getting better. I finally found a medicine reminder that works and a sleep schedule that works for me. It doesn't work for anybody else, but it works for me. True. I know I'm going to have to uproot everything if I have to go back to working part-time though, because there's like almost no overnight jobs that I can do because stock is going to kill my back. And the scoliosis would be like, you're doing what now? Oh, you thought? And then my back is out of whack. I don't know if I've mentioned, but I left the latency for the stream on normal latency so you guys can have captions. So it should be automatically captioning the stream. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Living in a world you're not designed for is rough. Uh, it's really rough. But we make it work. We bend the world to our desires. Yeah. Wonderful. Now we can have entertaining moments of what did the captions just say? I love you, friends. That's great. Well, thank you. I worry I'm not entertaining enough, but your words really help. Because I know you mean them. I put a lot of work into being able to move as much as I do. The program I'm using is called VNyan, and it has something special in 3D VTubing called pendulum physics, which is how my eyes do the cute wobble and how my arms do the flappy. um, I really enjoy it. I discovered there's also hand tracking in this app, but I discovered my computer is not beefy enough to track my hands and record. I appreciate that. One of these days, I'll have full body tracking once I have a beefier computer. And then the world will be mine! Wahaha! First order of business, all weapons on planet Earth go bye-bye. Except for hunting. No more war. It's banned. And then I would Well, Nerf weapons would be fine. You can't really kill somebody with a Nerf gun. Okay, if you can't kill somebody with it, bagpipe. Okay, allow me to rephrase. Lethal weapons would have to be weapons of war would have to be banned. Damn. Bagpipes get a bad rap. They're actually pretty cool. I just want to make the world a happier, safer place. Like, we could literally afford to feed every person on the planet. There's no need for anybody to be starving. We have enough production to feed everybody. The only reason we don't is because capitalism. Or like, uh, have a wonderful night, and I will see you next time. And with you. I look forward to the next time we chat. So, like, I used to be an activist, okay? I used to be part of the Occupy movement back during Occupy Wall Street. I um I marched and I stayed in the encampments I was actually homeless at the time, and I thought, fuck it, why not? I stand behind this message. I stand behind making rich people accountable for their bullshit. And I was part of the movement, and it was my first foray into activism. And I didn't end up getting arrested. I have a sweet face in real life, and I'm white. So they just tell me to get the fuck out, and as long as I get the fuck out, they don't arrest me. But I wasn't quite brave enough to get arrested. I wasn't sure how that would affect my future, and I was a baby activist, so I was still scared. The activist in me has been fired up again. It's been dormant for a few years because I've been in serious burnout and focused on survival. Can't really do much when I'm not even making ends meet, you know? But my activist heart has been reignited. And if you follow me on Twitter, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. My entire Twitter feed is pro-Palestine, talking about the genocides in Palestine, Sudan, and the Congo. Finding out about all of that, I wish I had done research into it sooner instead of just taking, well, it's complicated, or it's the most complex government stuff. Because it's not really complex. It's really not hard to tell what's going on. It's a genocide. It's pretty simple. An occupying state is attempting to remove the remnants of the indigenous people. This isn't two countries going to war. Palestine hasn't had an election since 2006. They barely get to move around the country. And they're at risk of being ejected from their homes at any given moment by settlers, a bunch of whom are Americans. It's not right. I don't care at what point you think lives stop mattering, but I don't have a point where lives stop mattering. And I'm going to hold the same energy for everyone who's hurting. If I don't know about it yet, tell me. I'll get right on that bandwagon. I'll start speaking up in that subject as well. It's 4 a.m. Oh dear. I've been going for about 2 hours. I think we're gonna wrap things up. Keep an eye out on the channel. Gonna be bringing you a game demo called Sorry We're Closed. It's a survival horror game, and I'm really excited about it. I don't think my computer is beefy enough to stream it, so I'm gonna record it for you and do an all-in-one sitting playthrough if I can. I want to thank you so much for coming out tonight. And as always, I believe in you. And as long as someone believes in you, you could do anything. So, let's get out there and do anything. Okay, Petals. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye!